I love NewJeans, and if you're anything like me, you love them too. But it's actually crazy, since they debuted, they've been sweeping all kinds of awards. Their second EP, Get Up, peaked at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 and sold over 1 million copies in South Korea. I mean, it's gotta be their music, right? No, for real though, all their music are super good, especially Ditto. Have you heard Ditto? I listened to that song like 10,000 times, it's crazy. So naturally, I get curious as to who made their music, and I see 250 and this guy named Jinsu Park. I didn't really know who they were, but I was really interested in finding out more about them. So I did some digging, and man, I was thoroughly surprised. So these two producers are from a record label in Korea called BANA, which stands for Beasts and Natives Alike, and it's home to K-hip-hop artists like Benzino and E-Sense. And these producers aren't strangers when it comes to working with Minnie Jin at all. They've actually worked really closely with her back when she was in SM, and they helped produce remixes for groups like FX. Kinda seems to me like Minhee Jin actually noticed the talents of these producers back when she was working closely with them in SM, and she actually brought them over to produce the new songs for her new girl group. So let's start with 250, who made Ditto, Hype Boy, Attention, and like all the other songs in NewJeans' second EP. 250 began as a DJ who was active in Itaewon for a long time. Since then, he worked with rappers in BANA like E-Sense and Kim Sia, more on this guy later. And he also worked closely with other artists in the K-pop scene like ITZY. He ended up releasing his own album by the name of Bong, which was announced in 2016, but it actually took him 6 years to complete the whole thing and was released in March of 2022. There's actually a whole series on YouTube that documents the lengths this guy went through to create this album, which y'all should check out. It's pretty entertaining. But basically, he tried to merge classic Korean music genres listened to by the old grannies and grandpas called trot and bongchak, and produce them with a hip twist so it doesn't sound old-fashioned. The second producer who made songs like OMG, Right Now, and Cookie is Jinsu Park, also known as FRNK. So FRNK is a hip-hop producer, with one of his first hip-hop projects being under the South Korean hip-hop group called Dope Mansion back in 2014. He produced songs for rappers like E-Sense and also made remixes for groups like FX. And in 2016, he debuted along with rapper Kim Sia as the producer to a group called XXX and released 3 albums.
예술가 오명은 씻고가 같은 취급이 기분 나쁜 단 한 개의 의미도 찾을 수가 없어.
So what do these two producers have in common? Well, they're both really talented and all their shit's fire, but more importantly, they're really good at distinguishing and creating sounds that sound fresh and unique. They also have a really good understanding of different new and old music genres like New Jack Swing, Jersey Club, and drum and bass, and they're really able to have fun with it while also maintaining the basics of the genre themselves, as demonstrated in NewJeans' songs. I really do hope that they get the recognition that they deserve. Currently on Spotify right now, they're not even hitting the 10k mark for monthly listeners. And I know the whole situation with HYBE and Minhee Jin is complicated right now and shit's pretty crazy, but I really do hope that these guys continue to stay on the team to produce the songs for NewJeans. Like, to be honest, I used to listen to a lot of K-pop back in the day when Big Bang and A-Pink were all poppin'. But naturally, I kind of faded away from it, but NewJeans really rejuvenated that passion that I once had for K-pop. Their songs are just good, and I think that's what I've been wanting from K-pop all along. Don't get me wrong, Blackpink and other groups are really great too, but a lot of their music is based on the fact that more is better, and their songs do end up getting really repetitive and boring, frankly. So go show these guys some love. After all, they are the fathers of NewJeans, so